Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile series. Now for real. For real, for real. Now that the banner is up, I had to wait quite a while. We are going to do some pulls, so please give me a minute. And let's go. All right,
It's
so
alive.
It's alive. Thank you, Isa. You actually waited all the time for me. Thank you very much. All right, so the new patch is up. That means there is a new banner, and this banner is actually a crossover banner. And with this crossover banner, actually begins the removal of my crossover heroes from my Apex box. But actually, it's the start of a transition. It's something that I started before in the previous session, but it's going to progress further and further as we go. Who knows? It may change with the announcement of a Leonhardt 3C whenever that happens. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be shifting into a dark, tiny bit of mythic faction. So I will be focusing mainly on the people we like. It does still include some time heroes, but I won't be having any time buffer. So that's going to be key. Basically, I am retiring Joshua. It has finally happened. It's been, 2 years of Joshua? And with that, it is a good time to say goodbye to him. His legs are just simply way too short, and that we cannot have anymore. It's just unplayable. Alright, so let's do the test stages first. Yeah, it's been a long while, but
I'm still repping Joshua for Noi.
You're still repping Joshua? That's impressive. I gotta say, I still will use him on all of those PvE missions that require AoE, like the Timeless Trials, for example, or the events, the map events that just require you to kill people. Joshua is really good at those because he murders people in one. Also, that map event where he actually breaks the game by killing all of the units before the next spawn of units happens and finishes the level while the other units spawn, that's actually amazing. I love Joshua for those things. Alright, win the battle with Himiko, staying at HP. Okay, so the HP should be greater than 80 at the win, and then win within 7 turns. Let's see. Ah, you did it! And my wife finally got a 60 official. What we usually know as Belgian eventually yielded a result. Just in Genshin Impact instead of this. Okay, so I have actually healing. That's a little bit crazy. Okay, I have all the AoEs, so how about we begin like this? What's wrong? This. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna be very, very sneaky. Unless this fake Sophia has no, she only has rewind. Okay, then we're gonna play here. What we do this is the first time anyone gets to attack, which is this person, I will teleport back and be out of range of anyone else. Okay, so now we can attack again. What is this? All enemies in one straight line. Take. Increases mobility by 2. Okay, so we'll activate this. And then we'll... we can actually not attack. Okay. So maybe I should not have done that. That worked out anyway. Okay. Line attack. Go. Cannot reach everyone. Okay. Then just normal attack. Go. Works out. Oh, that's the push. Right, I forgot about that. Let's do clock. Gets cancelled, moves back, everyone tries to chase, and they all now get hit by a new AoE.
I am here.
Hey Pano!
Hey Bakira.
How are you doing? Okay, a lot of people disappeared, that's pretty good. Let's put this in the way, so that I don't get attacked by all the sides. That's not wanted, right? That's lower than 80%. So actually, maybe just do this. And we'll kill the last person later. I have only 7 turns, so I have to be careful with that. But maybe someone steps on the fire tiles. I don't really understand how these fire tiles are made. Because exactly that one did not have a fire, but that had fire. Okay, good. So now let's do this. Doesn't matter. What turn is it? 6. Okay, do this. Not cutting it. Okay, let's try a different tactic. So how about we begin with... Actually, this was a good idea. This was a good start. Maybe I should have like... Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Can I put myself here and thus block the space? Sophia gets attacked. That's actually great news for me. Because I just have to end this with
3C animation looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good. Once they started including 3D animations, things got way better. Okay, so now we can do this. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. And we're gonna move back. Sophia did a good tanking for us. Click. Now we can even do this. Now we can do rewind.
Wow, did he really dodge the attack? LOL.
What do you mean dodge the attack? Here. You mean like a ninja dodge? Yes, yes, that's what Himiko does. It has a few turns cooldown, but then that's exactly the plan. I think that's still 80% health. Oh my god, the rapture.
Wasn't he about to be attacked?
Yes, that is correct. That is the talent of Himiko. This is not 80%. Oh my god. Is this a hard challenge suddenly, or am I just doing the wrong things? So this felt correct. But maybe it's not correct. You know what? Let's do something different. Maybe I need to activate fire as soon as possible. And for that we're gonna move like this. And like this. And then we move like this. Actually, I could have moved one more to the left, to the right, I mean. I wanna do that. Maybe I should read the description of the skills. Ha! Never! Reading is for the weak. That's actually why I lost. So I'm gonna move over here for the same idea. We're gonna dodge one of the attacks and then get transported over there. Yeah. Get into an attack, get out of the attack. Goodbye. See you soon. Okay, can we actually attack this person now? Can we kill this person? Great. That's very good. And now you can get a block. Very nice. So this is turn 5, okay. Do this. And then she will basically teleport but stay in place. That is actually what we want. Great. Turn 6, so we're gonna do this. Great. Then we have to win on turn 7 counterattack. That's basically the only way. So we're gonna kill this. And then we're gonna move here. Yep, worked out. Turn 7 kill. Victory. That was way harder than I thought. Of course, what this means is when you play Himiko, you have to use clock. There's just no other way. Alright, Wataru, what do you want? 3 enemies in 3 turns, no friendly units are killed. Got it. Got it. You do everything alone? Okay. That's a statue of an angel. I see. Whatever. So what do you do? An attack. What do you do? An attack. Also makes them slow. Okay. What do you do? Pulls you to the target. After use, you can move another 3 blocks and perform another attack. So like this. Followed by this. Yeah. I'm a little bit afraid for those guys there. How the hell am I supposed to do this? And let's go kill this bird. I think they self-heal a little bit, or maybe that's good. Okay, they seem to be living a little bit longer than the others. Okay, I also healed, so I'm gonna go here now. Still not a kill. Good heal, okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. It is perfectly fine. Actually, I can let them fight each other. This guy is slowly dying, so I need to get onto that. Can I pull myself to this target? Yosh! 1800 attack, sure. Whatever, game. Okay, that worked out. Stop hitting yourself, basically. I'm not sure if I will be making it on time for that. Okay, 2 turns cooldown. Doubted very much. Ow. Actually, I needed the hookshot now. I think he lives this turn. But now it's too late. Restarting. Every time. Sad. Okay, so maybe start with this. They both have self-heals, so maybe it's not that bad. Hmm. Kazuga! Okay, queen gone. Oof. These stages did not used to be so hard. I feel like actually yeah, okay. Okay. So the first time I did this, where I went this way, it actually felt quite correct. So let's actually do that. And I'm gonna use the mini stone. Oh, that's a good idea. That was good. That saves me a lot of, basically one turn, I think. Okay, then we go here. We do a normal attack. So these fight, but that should be fine. This fights me. And very good. Very good. The next move is to kill this while letting the ogre hit me. This should die to this. Good. Got it. Very hard, but I think this is the way. The ogre aligns horizontally, I may be in trouble. No, good. That's very good. Okay, so what are my options? It's 4 movement, right? So if I go here, then I can do 1, 2, 3, not 4. Wait, is he flying? He's flying. Okay, so I kill this. And the next turn I can do the hook shot into a hook kill. Which basically should be a perfect ending, I think. Ah! Sadness. So that means I have to get here, which means the ogre will have to attack me and counterattack. Which is fine. Moving up. Destroyed. Good. Alright. So with this mini stages done, we can proceed on to the main course. What do we have here? 63 summons. That's what, 300 summons, give or take? Okay, so what's the plan? The plan is I need to have both heroes, and I need to keep enough resources for next month.
I have
because
basically 4 pities.
4 pities. Oh my god, that is just I pity with you. I'm so sorry. Phew. I still need Vincent and Kruger for next month, which is also a rate up banner, which is going to be horrible. I have 300 summons. I should.
2 pities here and didn't even get Himiko Sag.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for all of you. Well, I mean, I haven't rolled yet, so.
Pulls for 4 SSRs, except I was already 60 into pity when I started.
That is very brutal. So, I'm gonna go up to 200 pulls. Maybe 250 depending on how PT goes. And I also would stop if I get Himiko at 200. Or 250,
I got
whatever we said.
Himiko at 210.
Oof, at least you got Himiko. I also would stop if I somehow magically get both SSRs before the 200 number. So, here we go. Here is the plan. Come on, collab. Be nice to me. Nope. 10. If anyone has a cool Kabbalah on what to do on the clock screen, let me know. For me, it's always an S. 20. 30. Nope.
S for shit. I got do.
S for SSR. Okay, let's do the R then.
I always start with first letter of character's name LOL, but that's just me.
I used to do that too, Firebrand. Okay, so now we do an R, because we are obviously going for an SSR, so this 40 has to be it, right? Nope. Okay, we're gonna give Firebrand a chance. We want Himiko, actually, so... Draw a cat. Thank you, wife.
Pressure.
Sorry, Fire. You did not have it this time. But maybe it just doesn't work on me, you know? I'm gonna go with the old trusty S until I get better ideas. 60.
Crying face.
A crying face. 60 is not it. How do I do a crying face with just one click? Okay, let's try that. 2 eyes, a tear, and a sad. If this works, it's gonna be amazing. But it didn't work. 70. On to PT. We are closing in. You know what? Give me Wataru. Is
Let wife pull, clearly you are cursed. Feels like Slong sets rate lower for top 64 banners to try and drain the whales.
Nah, it's all random, guys. Random allows for all of these things to happen. Go to 90.
I got 30 Wataru. 130
Oh, nice
Himiko.
jerk.
Hog.
Well, on to PT. Look at my skills. I can make an SSR happen.
Last 2 banners have been so rough.
PT. I would be okay with a double pull on this PT.
Was like 300 for Rosin.
300 for Rosen, holy. Okay. So we are 100 in. It's still within the plan. Let's see what we get.
GL.
Bad. That was scary, but nothing bad happened. Come on, Himiko. That is Wataru. Fuck. That's okay. You know what? It's on banner. It's on banner. Okay. And then we go. 110. Do you want to do any symbol for the draw? No one wants to bet on the luck. 110. Nothing. I should have waited for luckier times. We are basically way below average. Let's keep going. 120.
I'm watching System tab.
I don't know what that is, Isakarka.
Not spoiling, just clenching.
Oh, I see. 130. Let's do a V for victory.
It means I just saw your SSR result.
Oh, I see. We got something. 130. We're driving back towards average, but still well below.
Grats.
I don't like the early... Yes, the spoilers! I don't mind, Firebrand. You're forgiven for everything.
The system message spoils for me, lol.
Oh, thank you. It was a good spoil. I'll take it because good news are always welcome. Whew, 130. You know what? I ended up being the same as Jurg. Jurg? How do I pronounce Jurg? I think Jurg is correct, right? I'll blow everyone's mind. If anyone plays Genshin...
I thought your stream was just delayed, haha, crazy, sorry for the spoiler.
Sorry for the spoiler? No problem.
Congrats.
Fire is all good. If anyone plays Genshin, you know there's this character called Diluc. He's like tall, red hair person. Diluc's real name pronunciation should be Dirk, because it's the Japanese way to write the German name Dirk, and that's crazy. No one will ever call him Dirk.
O_0.
Right? It's crazy. I'm blowing everyone's mind today. Or 2 people's minds. That's still good enough. Do a double pull? No? I guess no. People would have told me. Alright, so we got the characters. That is freaking amazing. However, I have to click in here now because I want to show you first the bad, because obviously every protagonist character gets to be bad from the crossovers. Poor Ainz. But we have to examine why Wataru is okay but doesn't work for my strategy. So please, if you want to pull for him, it's all perfectly fine. He's a protagonist, a Yeles member, and a time member as well.
Poor Ainz.
Poor Ainz.
He didn't get protag. Garbo faction.
Yeah, you're right.
Tongue sticking out.
He actually did not get protagonist. You're right. For every one, but usually the protagonist gets wrecked. Whatever. Rion actually got a really good deal. So what am I talking about? Why do you listen to me? For every one friendly unit on the battlefield, increases attack and defense by 30%.
Where's antagonist faction?
Antagonist faction. I guess that's Dark faction, right? Which is basically me, the Baldy faction. At the start of each turn, which I guess is each round in PvP, restores 60% of unit HP. When HP is 100%, and wait, so 60% of unit HP. Damn, that's a lot. When you're at 100 and you're forced into battle through a ranged attack, reduces damage taken by 30%, so you get a free Aeolus. Counterattacks ranger attacks within 2 blocks. It's a bunch of random things that exist on a person. So what can he actually do? Let's go with the tiny ones first. Before initiating battle, I don't think attack break works when you get attacked. 50% chance to reduce enemy attack. This is a command, attack command. This is Sword Soul, we know, doesn't matter. Here's your chance, Wataru. I need water. Wataru. Active skill, which means it doesn't deal damage. Renders the target immobile and unable to guard for 1 turn. After use, you can move another 2 blocks and perform another attack. After using the skill, any buffs do not lose their turn count. Cannot be dispelled if the target's hero current HP is higher than Wataru. If the target's hero HP is higher. Okay, also, this thing cannot be dispelled if the target has more HP than Wataru. Okay, that's not ridiculous at all. Complicated. In any case, this is a tiny act again that you have to target on someone. And then that someone cannot block unless they have immobilization protection. Okay, got it. So, 2 pointer attacks. Sword Soul we know. Attack command we see. Air Slash we know. Number 1. Super Roar. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 0.2 more damage than Roar and dispelling 1 more buff than Roar. Okay, Super Roar indeed. Flying Dragon Fist. The simple power creep on this, it just makes no sense. You look at Elwyn, he has Roar, he's literally the same. Boom, has less power. Fine, whatever, I love it. Flying Dragon Fist. Range 3 blocks actually. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.2 damage, that's the Roar. Your melee soldiers will also attack, yeah, that's normal. Reduces target mobility by 2. Renders them unable to guard. This effect lasts 2 turns. This skill is not affected by melee damage reduction. Okay, so you can use it also in melee. I guess this person works as long as enemies don't have Overlord badge, so it doesn't work. Next one, Phoenix Fang Blast. Inflicts a displacement effect. Pulls the target towards you. This is what we saw. You get to run to a place and then get another attack. If you do this and the 3C, you probably can chain together a lot of cooldown passing, right? Let's see what it does. Attacks a single enemy unit, dealing 1.9. 1.9 is, I think at this point, the strongest damage multiplier that we have seen. Ridiculous. Dispels 5 buffs from the enemy before battle, so Sword Soul on steroids. If the target has 1 or less mobility, or is stunned, increases damage by even more 20%. Also renders them unable to trigger effects that resist fatal damage. Okay, so he's supposed to be able to kill Julia, right? That's the joke about this. The cannot resist fatal damage effect is only active in the arena. Okay, doesn't break PvE heroes. Good. After successfully killing an enemy unit, gain depletion, reducing damage dealt by 30% and restoring 30 minutes after taking action. So each turn you heal 90%. All you need to do is stay alive, I guess. This effect lasts 1 turn. Depletion ignores immunity, cannot be dispelled. It doesn't matter because you just move away for 1 turn and then do all of these crazy things again. I can see why this character exists. I don't think this character can actually do what is intended to do, right? A simple Overlord's badge completely ruins you, and because you are a sword, Cavalry Landius just laughs at you. Hilda goes like, I'm gonna be a cavalry now, and you will not end up victorious. Also, debuff protection stops you, and a billion other things. I can see what they try to do here, but it is quite harsh. I think the anti-revive idea has to exist in more versions, but I don't know if this is the one. A single target punch is tricky. I think it should be more like a debuff from an AoE or something. Okay, so your options are to use Dragon Trooper for even more movement if you get hit, Angel, Heaven's Guard if you want to go riding, but I don't recommend it. I think he can fly, right, with Angels? So you just go flyer and be happy. And then we got the Awakening. Okay, so Wataru exists. It's not for me. Thank you very much. Let me show you what is so ridiculously broken about Himiko. Okay, factions. First of all, Comet faction, which means Zerida is a good friend, and Time in case I consider keeping Joshua, but I don't think so. I guess Yusuke could also work, or even Angelica. Ninjutsu. Increase crit and crit damage by 30%. Hi Joshua, it was nice to meet you. I'm going to replace you entirely. Meanwhile, after actively attacking and dealing damage to an enemy unit, has a 100% chance, that's at 6 stars, to apply 1 random ninjutsu effect that lasts 1 turn. Cannot be dispelled and ignores immunity. So even if someone is immune to debuffs, they get the ninjutsu. Before being forced into battle, okay, let's talk about ninjutsu then. Ninjutsu has a 1 turn duration, and then when the opponent moves that unit triggers a debuff, I think, on itself. I don't think it hits others, so it's on itself, and that debuff can be, I think, even including silence. So it is kind of longer term, but it's ridiculously effective anyway. It's just more debuffs, right? Just look at it like that. Before being forced into battle, renders the unit of both sides unable to attack, ridiculous. Meanwhile, teleports yourself to the nearest friendly unit after battle. Cooldown trigger, this effect has a 3-turn cooldown. So yes, okay, 3 turns is a long time in PvP, but you basically get to attack for free. That is the gist of it. And if you're doing cool combo stuff like pushing people into the smoke, lowering their movement speed, then maybe they don't even get to attack. And all you need to do is tank for a little bit for it, or just dodge out of the way, or just run away from the enemies and whatever. And all of these are possible to stay out of conflict. And if someone actually gets to punch you, they just don't punch you. Usually people try to use low use characters like a healer or something to do the punch, but that also means that they cannot heal, and you just threw a giant AoE, and we will see what the AoEs are. So this is quite the ridiculous unit. And obviously with clock things get even more ridiculous. So let's go with the one cost first. When dealing critical damage in a battle, this is the tricky part, that's why it's not so good. Deals extra fixed damage once after battle. So yes, sneak attack deals 1 billion damage, but it is only on battle and on a person you don't want to battle with. Okay. The other one is passive sneak. When initiating battle, crit increased and damage taken decreased. No one cares.
Nakich99 is now following.
Hey, Nikage.
Thank you.
Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. And then we have Ninjutsu. Hot. The cooldown is 4. Okay, got it. It also lasts 3. Fine. Active skill. You hit yourself for a little bit, so that means your last rites are most likely going to be broken. But I guess you can heal immediately. And you can pass through enemy units as you move. After taking action, applies the special effect Embers that lasts 1 turn to all the blocks that you pass through this turn. Dealing, so that also includes the turn where you cast it, so that's also important, right? So you can move away a lot, then cast it, and you paint a little bit. And remember, painting is important not just for pretending to put a trap for the enemies, that's usually not the use. It's so that you can delete the tiles generated by old use. So you basically can carve a path, and you're also immune to being attacked, so maybe it's not even so bad that you delete this path creation. Okay, last one turn. To all the blocks you pass, and dealing fixed damage equal to 15% of max HP to enemy units that move onto it at the end of their action phase. This effect lasts 3 turns. There are very few situations where this will help as a trap. Very few. It would include like breeze triggers, moving through the enemy, and lowering their movement speed to 0 by the luck that you can get. Actually, we'll see that in a bit. Please take it as you increase your mobility by 2. This is your own breeze trigger. So just mentalize it like that. This is a buff for movement. And the rest is just bonus. Very cool bonus though. 2-point costers. Shadow Raid. Ignore guard. Attack for 1.3. Cute. She's not an assassin meant to single target kill. Here we go again. Riposte. Ignores guard. Single target 1.2. Crit increase by 20%. Whatever. What are we talking about? And now we got even lower. Plunder. Ignores guard. Attacks for 1.1. Steals up to 3 buffs. Cute. I don't think that's what you're here for. 2 skills that really matter. Sealing Technique. Deals a sleep amount of damage, I think. 0.3, I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. It's good damage. To a single enemy target and dispels 3 buffs. Pretty good. Kinda like sleep. But then renders the target unable to perform normal attacks and active skills for 1 turn. Fine. This is not sleep. This is sleep, but you can move. So this is ridiculous. It removes the ability of land use to be a counterattack nuisance if that's the only person you have left. It removes, it's also silence, right? So it removes almost all healing effects from all healers that are not passively healing in AoE. It removes the possibility of many people to perform their actions unless they have silence protection and so on. The only bad thing about this versus sleep is silence protection is more normal, but still unable to attack is huge. Like huge. It does get ruined for people that are protected from silence and have an extra move, so you cannot do this on SP Elwyn, but on so many others this is very effective. However, sadly Himiko needs all the points that she could possibly find, and if we had one more slot and 9 points to distribute, you would take all of this. Ninjutsu, Sacred Cow. I did not name this, I swear. It does physical damage, cooldown 2 turns, nothing. Attacks all enemies in 1 straight line, range of 5, dealing 0.3 AoE, so very good AoE, causing displacement effect, knocks back all targets 3 blocks. I know Hilda exists, I know it's annoying when she does exist, but in that case you would take the other skill. But for everything else, 3 blocks is actually everything they could move. So if it's a turn where the fog is going to eat a unit that has already moved and you poke them with the last of your AoE, and you push them back three moves, that person can no longer reach safety, right? So the fog straightforward has eaten the last tile that this person could move to. There is a very beautiful match that happened in CN where a person was suffering this, and they had to use a long-range teleport from Tensei Jessica with extra range, I think it was a 5-tile range, to rescue someone out of the fog and put them back into the action. And then next to themselves so that they could act again. That was beautiful. But other than that, this is a dead Julia, this is a dead Spear land use. This actually he cannot be displaced. Fine. This is a dead any other tank that is neither them or Hilda. This is huge. And the reason why this is huge is because it comes coupled with this bullshit. Lightning Shuriken. 6 turns cooldown. Okay, sounds big. If you get a clock and no reduction, that means you still have to wait 1 turn. Fine, whatever. Physical damage. Attacks all enemy units in 3 lines of 5 blocks. So same range but 3 lines. We saw it in the demo level. Increases crit by 20%, dealing 3.8 AoE damage. As a note, 3.8 might possibly be the second strongest multiplier, with Earthquake being 0.4. I think that's the ranking, right? Like Earthquake, this. But yeah, everybody knows Garchomp is favored.
Aryan AoE.
Aryan AoE, that's right. But wait, it's 3.8, right? It's not 4. I'll check it after this. Damage and reducing the target's mobility by 1 to 3.
Grand Cross Earthquake.
Grand Cross bigger than Earthquake? I'm gonna check that. Anyway, reducing the target's mobility by 1 to 3 at random.
0.44x. 0.44x.
Ridiculous. Reducing the mobility at random for 2 turns. So, just imagine the craziness that there's a Julia that would love to punch all of your people, but she actually cannot move because randomized says 3 movement down. This is ridiculously big. So unless people start bringing mass defense? No, mass shield, right? So the one that gives you mobility reduction immunity, of course, Himiko is just going to be ridiculously annoying. Not being able to move sucks a lot. Like, sure, you can throw a heal, but then there's just more debuffs in. I'm pretty sure she has the soldiers that put more debuffs in. That's just great. And then, if the attack hits at least 3 enemy units, which you can almost always basically ensure, reduces the skill's cooldown by 3. So, in a non-clock scenario, you still only have 3 turns cooldown. In a clock scenario, you may have 0 cooldown. And then together with this, in 2 rounds, you can just juggle all of the skills for eternity. And that's amazing. If we talk about the equipment, I guess... Actually, what do you put on this? I will have to examine that. Because I thought it would just be, EMB is the default weapon for all ninjas, right? But actually, they may be good ideas. I'm pretty sure anyone will point this out. But clock is just the way to go. There's no reason not to do clock in this case. All right, soldiers, let's check this out. Is this upon landing afflicts? Okay, so can she actually use this for AoE? I would love to try that out. I'm gonna try this out later. Or someone can tell me in chat. And those are all the people she can use. Miss Dancer, there we go. This is what I was looking for. This is the classic Joshua. This is why basically Himiko is so great. It's better than Joshua. Increases crit and also inflicts 1 random strong enemy debuff on critical. And Goblin Knights.
Goblins.
What? You mean this one, right? Goblin, because the name is ridiculous. Yes, she wants goblins unless the stage is unwalkable.
Steals buffs when critting on AoE.
And that's exactly it.
Yes.
You steal buffs when critting AoE. So if you cannot move because of terrain, Miss Dancers, if you can move, Elf Knights, just the best. Ridiculous. And I think I may not have unlocked them. No, this is the other. Yeah, I have for sure unlocked all of this. But yeah, finally a unit that is not Cherry that wants to use the Elf Knight. Alright, and the reason why Himiko is so great is because you get the extra life, basically. There's almost no situation in which Himiko will be taken down without at least wasting someone's turn in some way. And that's just crazy. Like, if you put clock on this, you may have a chance to keep on throwing, accumulating debuffs, stealing buffs from the opponent. Stealing buffs in AoE is also dispel in AoE, so this unit is ridiculous. And this is actually the reason why I will be including Zerida in my box, because I need more ways to buff these people, and Zerida is just great at that. I still have Varna. Varna is also good at this, and Varna buffs in also AoE damage. But Joshua, who... It's getting harder and harder for Joshua. Okay, Aryan, where are you? Aryan Rod. So Grand Cross has 4/4. Yeah, very ridiculous. The only bad thing is her attack is sometimes not as crazy, but if you want, you can make her attack ridiculous. Did not even make her Lancer. I think Lancer has more attack. And yes, so if you accumulate her talents, you just insane. And that's why Aryan Rod is actually a great counter to AoE tactics, as long as you can keep her unsilenced. It's just quite ridiculous. You get to act twice, you get to cast all of this again. Really good unit. But sadly it doesn't work for me because I am usually the aggressor. So by the time Aryan Rod turns on, the battle is either over because I lost or because it's too winning. It's winning more strategy. So sadly it did not work out for me. Alright. We've done a good examination. And we were very lucky to summon both at 130. One PT was scary, but the second was very lucky. Very lucky. And the fact that I had 1-on-1 both on banner, extremely lucky. So today was indeed a luckier day. I also got lucky on my AFK Arena polls. There's an event over there.
If you prefer to use him.
Yes, Joshua will buffer until Kruger and Vincent release next month, because at that point I will be moving my box into a dark box. Actually, maybe a little bit later because of the stars, but you know, it is how it goes. In that case, for the next Apex season, we will see Himiko in our matches, and I'm pretty sure some people will be waiting for it right now very hard, because she really does change the battlefield, and they want to make a difference in the playoffs. With that being said, thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.